Hello my crafty friends, it's Andrea from Prairie Sky Paper Crafts. Today we are doing a different fold. My theme this week is trying something new and stepping out of your comfort zone. This is a stunning card, a really fun fold, and requires nothing extra except for a score line and a couple of cuts. So for this one, it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, standard card base. And I scored it at 4 1/4 and then in at 3/4 of an inch to create our binding. I've used the gingham ribbon, and when we're finished, I'm going to be adding some black matte dots for a little bit of fun. And the stamp set of choice today is Happiest of Birthdays. I'll be using It's Your Day. So to get started, I'm going to show you on the sample first, and then we're going to create another layout to show you the steps. So this one, as I said, is scored at 4 1/4 and then in by 3/4 of an inch. The piece here that I have the ribbon overlay is 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. And then this piece of designer series paper is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So really all you need is a couple of score lines and a couple of cuts and you're good to go. So I'm just going to set that one off to the side for now. We're going to do the sentiments and embellishments to both of them. For this one, I've got a piece of the Fleur de Flamingo, the Sweet Symmetry Designer Series paper, and I've got my two pieces here. Again, this one is 1/2 inch by 4 inches, and this one is 4 1/2 inches by 4 inches. So for this orientation, you're going to want to score it at 5 1/2 and then in at 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to do a standard fold one way, and then we're going to open it up to create our book fold. And there you go. So I'm now going to grab my Stampin' Seal, and we're going to go ahead and put our strips on. Now you can layer this up as much as you would like. If you're going to layer it, I would suggest maybe 1/4 of an inch smaller for each subsequent piece. Now for the spine or this binding piece, it might be a little bit challenging just because it's such a tiny little piece. But you can also do 1/8 of an inch, and if you are so inclined, even 1/16 of an inch. Now the Stampin' Trimmer does do 1/16 of an inch, but for ease of math, I just want to keep it pretty basic today. So I've got one piece here. I'm going to attach my other piece of designer series paper. And this is great too for all of those little scrap pieces that you've got. Most of the designer series paper coordinates, and there's a list on the back of every single pack telling you what colors are in. So if a pack has Bumblebee or Just Jade or Night of Navy or whatever, mixing and matching with the Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper is so easy. All right, so that was pretty quick. Piece one, piece two. Now we're going to add a little bit of ribbon. If you've been hanging out with me for any length of time, you'll know that tying bows is not my strength, but I do love ribbon. So I'm just going to add it as, what's the word I'm looking for? An accent piece. So we're going to flip over our card, and I'm going to add a couple of strips of adhesive into our center part here. And then I'm going to add our ribbon, just kind of center-ish, bring it down, oops, line it up, and pull it taut, but not so tight that it's going to buckle your paper. Okay, and then I'm just going to add another bit of adhesive over top of the ribbon. I want to make sure that this is going to stay stuck. And then we're simply going to close our card, and give it a push. And then if you wanted to, you could also take some twine and do just a little tie with another little ribbon. I might try that. Twine is actually easier for me to tie than the ribbon is. So there's our card, quick and easily done. Oh, I wanted to show you this too. My friend gave me this little emery cube, I guess, and I used it quite a bit. My trimmer blade needs to be changed, but I didn't notice until I had all of the paper cut. So all you need to do is, if there's any rough edges on your card, just give it a brush over and it'll take that kind of ruffly edge away. Best present for crafting I've received in ages and ages. Okay, so now we're going to get to embellishing our card and putting our sentiment on. So I've already got the It's Your Day. I'm going to be stamping it in Night of Navy. And I've already cut these. They're about 3.5 inches by 1.25 inches. So there's one. And there's our second piece. All right. Now, let's see. I thought I had some dimensionals. Yes, I do. Okay, one of these I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. I had a little basket tucked off to the side for my dimensional backings. I have no idea where it is. For this one, I'm just going to stick it down at the bottom. And then, oh, come on. Okay, it looks like I am running out of full dimensionals on this, so I'm going to do one of my favorite little hacks, and I'm just going to cut the edge and that about in half, and then I'm just going to put this on the sides of my card. You might as well use up all of the stuff that you can. This is exactly the same foam and the same backing as the rest of the sheet of dimensionals. There's no point in throwing it away. Oops, wrong one. Okay, and then we're going to put this guy kind of center. Now, if you're doing a vertical card like this, you want to be mindful of where your fold is, because if you put it too close to the fold, it's not going to open up the way that you intend. So there we go. Our recipient can open the card, and then, oh, we're getting a thunderstorm. There's just a huge crack of thunder. I don't know if you could hear it or not. And we're just going to add, oh, here comes my dog. She definitely heard it. We're just going to add this onto the corners like brads. And then for this one, I think I'm just going to do down the side. 1, 2. And there's our last one. All right, so I hope you'll try this card. Don't forget to hit subscribe down below so you're notified every single time a brand new video comes up. And if you would like to become part of my email list, the link is down below. I send out an email every single week, usually on Thursday or Friday. And it's filled with crafting tips and ideas and an exclusive project sheet as well that's only available to my newsletter subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.